In the top stories, Deputy Prime Minister meets with students in Taiwan. Journalists shot dead in Jamaica, and Rwanda President defends refugee track record. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Thursday, May 23rd, 2024. I'm Scotty Sia Hendrickson. Nationally, Deputy Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley met with St. Kitts and Nevis nationals studying in Taiwan during his visit to the country earlier this week. Carla Berridge reports from Taiwan.
The meeting with the St. Kitts and Nevis students in Taiwan took place at the Embassy of St. Christopher and Nevis. Following a tour of the embassy led by Ambassador of St. Kitts and Nevis to the Republic of China, Taiwan, His Excellency Doña Frances, the Deputy Prime Minister, joined by Attorney General Honorable Garth Wilkin, Director of Youth Saida Joseph, and Security Officer to the Deputy Prime Minister's Office Tracy Francis, joined the over 25 students for a meet and greet. In addressing the students, the Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, congratulated them on their academic success and offered them words of advice.
But wherever you are planted, I expect you to hold the banner of St. Kitts and Nevis waving extremely high. Those of you who are in your undergrad program, as an educator myself, one who started out very slow and was able to accomplish, my task is to encourage you, once the opportunity avails itself, go to the next level. It is always better to go to the highest level that's available to you academically, even knowing that you would not be paid for it. But at the end of the day, once you educate yourself, no one can take that away from you. And I believe I can be bold enough to tell you, when you cross that line, you demand respect from persons because you would have sacrificed a lot to achieve what you have achieved.
Referring to the students as ambassadors, Honorable Garth Wilkin encouraged the students and reaffirmed the government's continued support.
Remember, in everything you do, especially in another country, you're representing every Kittitian and division. So every decision you make, remember that you are representing each one of us in our beautiful two islands. We are here to support you. You are ambassadors for the government of St. Kitts and Nevis. Whatever we can do to help, you send the messages to us. We get them. We've had discussions. I can't tell you the types of discussions that we have in cabinet, but we've had lots of discussions led by the Deputy Prime Minister with respect to students in Taiwan. So we're here to support you, and we have your back, and we really want you all, each one of you, to do wonderful things. 5 of the 12 graduates were present at the event and were offered a token of congratulations. Dazika Samuel studied computer science at National Donghua University. Markan O'Loughlin studied mechanical engineering at Kunshan University. Trevasano White studied international business and trade at Mingtuan University. Xavier Smith studied international affairs and diplomacy, and Ruan Wiltshire studied mechanical engineering at Kunshan University. Ambassador Francis offered words of congratulations to those students who successfully completed their studies.
On behalf of the people and government of St. Kitts and Nevis, I would like to congratulate all of our graduates here in Taiwan. We have 12 nationals who are graduating from universities here in Taiwan. I'm super proud of them for their academic achievement, and I want to wish them all the best. And also to the other students who are here, continue working hard. Jayo, jayo.
Dr. Hanley, in his capacity as Minister of Education, announced the acquisition of an additional 5 academic scholarships for study in Taiwan, bringing the total number of scholarship recipients for 2024 to 15. There are 96 nationals of St. Kitts and Nevis in Taiwan, 71 of whom are students. Reporting from Taipei, Taiwan, I'm Carla Berridge.
The meeting with St. Kitts and Nevis students in Taiwan took place at the Embassy of St. Christopher and Nevis. Following a tour of the embassy led by Ambassador of St. Kitts and Nevis to the Republic of China, Taiwan, His Excellency Danye Francis, the Deputy Prime Minister, joined by Attorney General Honorable Garth Wilkin, Director of Youth Sahira Joseph, and Security Officer to the Prime Minister Tracy Francis, joined the over 25 students for a meet and greet. In addressing the students, Deputy Prime Minister Honorable Jeffrey Hanley congratulated them on their academic success and offered them words of advice. Dr. Terence Drew delivered an address at the opening session of the 2024 Global Sustainable Island Summit, in which he reiterated his call for joint urgent action against existential threats to small island developing states posed by climate change. The May 21st to 23rd summit, taking place on Prince Edward Island, Canada, has assembled professionals, researchers, policymakers, industry leaders, and students for wide-range discussions focused on promoting sustainable development for islands globally. He is quoted as saying, "There is no island that on its own can insulate itself from the burning heat, the economic and non-economic loss, the disappearance of our cultural heritage, the deterioration of our beaches, and the growing mounds of sargassum weed swarming our shores." For most of us who are categorized as small island developing states, we are trapped in the island paradox. We are not rich enough, nor are we poor enough to fund our green transition. This is why we as an island community have been active at the United Nations in seeking an advisory opinion on the climate crisis. He said the government of St. Kitts and Nevis is committed to partnership and solidarity in the global fight against the impact of the climate crisis on the island nations. Dr. Drew also emphasized the need for greater access to financing for small island developing states whose contributions to climate change are negligible at best. Prime Minister Drew was joined at the meeting by Honorable Dr. Joel Clark, Minister of Climate Action, Naima Hazel, Permanent Secretary in the Prime Minister's Office, Colencia Levine, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Environment, High Commissioner of St. Kitts and Nevis to Canada, His Excellency Samuel Berridge, and Eustace Wallace, Minister Consular, High Commission to Canada. Meanwhile, also at the 2024 Global Sustainable Islands Summit on Prince Edward Island, Canada, St. Kitts and Nevis's Minister of Sustainable Development, Honorable Dr. Joel Clark, highlighted the government's vision and progress towards transforming the Twin Island Federation into a sustainable island state by 2040. Minister Clark stated that this transformation, which is twinned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, is premised on digital transformation and climate resilience, with the aim of boosting self-sufficiency and promoting survivability. The government's Sustainable Island State Agenda is based on 7 key pillars, namely green energy transition, food security, economic diversification, sustainable industries, the creative economy, social protection, and COVID-19 recovery. Dr. Clark also shared that St. Kitts and Nevis now ranks #1 in the Caribbean community in terms of human development. This was outlined in the United Nations Development Program 2023-2024 Human Development Report.